Talk to him.
Hello out there. This is Laraine and Christopher Durham. We are the Downsized, and we're coming to you from the Carnival Horizon. We're just leaving the port of Cozumel, and I think we've got.
There's-
Not sure how this internet is, so just bear with us for a second. My technical director handles things.
Yeah, we're in trouble if I'm the technical director.
Well, I'm not the technical director. All right. So as you have been. Okay.
Try that now.
Were we muted?
Maybe.
Hello, this is Laraine Durham, and that's Christopher Durham, and we're the Downsized. I don't think we're. It says we're live.
Yeah.
It's possible that we're
It says
live.
there's 27 people watching. Maybe 27 people
Right.
can comment and tell us if you can see us
Okay,
or hear us,
so
or it's echoing or doing weird
You can
things.
hear my voice. Clap one time. Yeah, you can hear my voice. Put it up.
Oh, there's Nydia. Hello, Nydia.
Hi. Okay, good. Can you hear us? Are we coming through okay?
So the camera's there. I know
Yeah,
that's confusing, but
just
sorry.
confusing because it's a blank screen.
I know.
So,
yeah, Donna B. We're actually on the same cruise we've been on all week.
Yeah, we're still on the same cruise. So, yeah, so we're doing our weekly live show. We're on the Carnival Horizon. We're just leaving the port of Cozumel. And, there's a sailboat out there. It's pretty. And,
yeah, this is us.
I was telling someone today about our YouTube channel, and she said, "Oh yeah, I've heard of those GLP-1s."
That girl was going to be on those in within a month or two, I guarantee it.
Yeah,
she knew too much.
Yeah, you know how sometimes you just sit down next to or she sat down next to us actually, and silly me, I just started talking to her because I talked to
because you talk to everybody,
and so I heard her whole life story, but that was fine. That was fun.
You see, people don't ever do that to me when sitting in a bus or a boat.
You don't have that, talk to me face
no,
like
I don't.
I do. So today we've met people from New Zealand. Did you know it's 4 hours by plane from New Zealand to Australia?
Fun fact.
I thought it was much closer. I don't really know a lot about New Zealand. They flew from New Zealand to LA to New York to Miami.
I think that's what they did. Yeah.
Get on this ship.
All right. Can everybody hear us? Does it sound okay?
I think, Mom 7 says hi. I see and hear you.
Oh, excellent,
Hey,
excellent. All right, Nydia. Let's go back. Nydia says hello, Nydia. Thanks for being a member. Joanne Celentano says hi.
Hi, y'all. Hey, Mama 7.
Linda Bookmiller says hello.
Linda.
Oh, and Nydia says we can hear you. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Donna B says hello. You're on another cruise. Good for you guys. Yeah. So this is our cruise extravaganza these 2 weeks. I don't know. It's sort of happened by accident, but.
Yeah. So we left Miami on Sunday.
Yes.
On Sunday. And today we're in Cozumel. We did a zipline excursion through the jungle.
No, more than that. We'll talk about. We'll give you all the details on the way in. Though.
Yeah, but we did a lot of good. Where'd my phone go? It's over there. We did a lot of good activity today. So we got 12,800 steps. We climbed 25 flights of stairs today. And so that's equivalent to about 5.5 miles.
So it was 8 or 9 zip line towers. It's kind of crazy.
I thought it was supposed to be 7, and then we started climbing the steps for the 8th one. I'm like, when is this going to end? So anyway, yeah, it was fun though. Did you like the zip line?
I did. Probably somewhere around 20 flights of stairs I was done.
Yeah, there were a lot
It's a lot of steps.
There were a lot of steps, and there were some people in front of us that were just zipping on up every flight.
Well, that girl was 22 years old from Germany or whatever.
They were younger than us. Yeah, they were speaking German. So,
but I mean, that's we've talked about that. That's one of those non-scale victories for me because, we've cruised for the last, I don't know, 8-9 years now, and I would have never done anything like that because the weight limits.
The weight limit. Now on the Carnival cruise site, it said the weight limit was 275 pounds, but at the actual park, it said the weight limit was 300 pounds. And there were some people you could zip line together, like they hooked you on the same thing and zip line together. And I said, I said, Christopher, do you want to zip line together? And they're like, no, he has a different harness than you. So I think maybe the combined weight,
which is fine. I just didn't want to
300.
Weighed and told I couldn't do it because that would be terrible.
Yeah, and they had this really cool thing where they took your picture all around the park if you paid for the.
They had a chip in your helmet.
Yeah,
cool.
We had helmets, so we'll get all those pictures and we'll post some.
Jen says I can hear you. Lindy Lou too says yes, can hear you. Thank you, Lindy Lou. Can't see and hear you, Candy. Okay. Candy, I don't think we've seen you around. Welcome. If you're new, say hey, new. Melvin Rivera says on a roll now.
Okay, so we've been on this cruise how many days? Months. Okay, on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What's today?
Thursday.
So we've been on 4 days. I think my eating has gone off the rails.
It has not. Don't give yourself a hard time. It's perfectly fine. Mine hasn't. I don't know why yours has.
Oh, so can I tell this story about breakfast yesterday?
Sure.
So we got to breakfast yesterday, and we usually go to the buffet. So we go to the buffet line, and it's the same. This was yesterday, and it's been the exact same breakfast every day. Like, except sometimes they have bacon. They either have bacon or a sausage. They don't have bacon every day because I guess people would just
some weird thing after COVID happened. I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. So it wasn't bacon day, and I was looking across all the same selections. And I'm like, do you want to go to the main dining room and sit down and be waited on? And
because for those of you non-cruisers, if you've never done it, you can eat for free included in your fare.
In the main dining room and be waited on with a menu, or you can go to the buffet. You usually go to buffet because it's cheaper. Not cheaper. It's quicker. So we said, okay. So we went into the main dining room. It was freezing in there.
It was very cold.
It was very cold in there. And I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, ooh, avocado toast, yogurt parfait. Yeah, I think I'll get that. I'm like, Christopher, what are you going to get? I'm just having coffee. He said, well, I told you I wasn't really going to eat breakfast. And I said, well, then why didn't we just stay upstairs at the buffet?
Because that's what you wanted. It didn't matter to me. Coffee's coffee.
So here I am eating.
But let's rewind, right? Because I said before we left, I don't normally eat breakfast.
But you ate breakfast the day before. So I thought that had changed too.
No, I don't normally eat breakfast. I'm not going to.
You don't normally eat breakfast. So anyway, I got an avocado toast.
That's just added calories I don't need.
I got avocado toast, which was great. So it was like a thick slice of like a wheat bread with some avocado mash. And then did it have an egg on it? Yeah, it had a runny egg on it. It needed some tomato, but it was good. And they gave me 2 pieces, and I only ate 1 piece. And I also had a yogurt parfait, which was a yogurt. And then on the top, they threw on it was like nuts. It was like a mixed nuts and maybe like a chia seed kind of thing. And that was pretty good.
Let's see here. Let's see who we have. Jazzy MDG. Hello, Jazzy. Donna B's going on vacation next week with her husband and hoping to maintain my weight loss. Well, I'm sure you can do that, Donna. Yeah. Where are you going, Donna?
We have been going the steps. We have been pretty good about
I don't feel like we're off the rails at all. I feel like I'm.
You don't?
Nah, I feel like, I don't think I've lost, but I feel like I'm pretty flat.
Yesterday we did have some ice cream. Well, we got ice cream. We ate lunch, and then I said, "Ooh, let's get the soft serve ice cream." So we got the soft
I
serve
had no
ice cream.
drinks yesterday though.
You had no drinks
Mm-mm.
yesterday? I had a glass of wine and I think I had a margarita. That's not bad. So we got the soft serve ice cream, and I was looking. They had some cookies, so I wanted a cookie to put in my ice cream.
Girl.
And then they had gelato. So we said, well, should we abandon the soft serve and get the gelato? So that's what we did. Did we just lose our feed?
Nah, it's there.
Okay. So anyway, we have had some treats, but we have been taking the stairs. We did this very high-powered excursion today where we swam 30 minutes through a cave.
It was cool.
It was pretty cool. And we also, rode what?
Say hello to Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kent. Patricia Smith said, sounds great. Yvette. Hi, Yvette. Sounds good. Lindy Lou says hello. Hello, Lindy Lou. Pan Kemper says hi. Crump 133. Hello, this is my first live with y'all. I just started my adventure August 1st on Zepbound.
Well, Crump
Awesome.
133, good for you. This is an unusual one for us because we're live on a cruise ship. Normally we would be in our
house.
in our house. So it's very different, and we'll actually be on a different cruise ship next week. But and the light's moving, you can tell the shadow just changed on me.
Yeah, the
ship's moving.
The sun's gonna go down soon.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's okay. The ship's just moving. So we have a balcony window, so there's a window just over here. But
we got upgraded at the last
moved.
minute to a balcony. We did book an interior room because it was the cheapest, and we thought, oh, that's fine. And then 2 days before we left, they called and upgraded us to a balcony. So that was fun. But when we got here, the keys to our rooms had somebody else's name on them because I guess they showed those people up too. So we just went to the desk and fixed it. And
yeah, it was fun. Jazzy MDG says, great interview yesterday with On the Pen. Very informative.
Yeah. So Dave Knapp, he's awesome. And I didn't really know his story. Or
he doesn't tell the backstory a lot. I mean, he doesn't. He does a lot. He's he focuses on news. So.
Yeah. So, but he's very, of course, knowledgeable. So if you guys haven't checked out On the Pen with Dave Knapp, Man on Mounjaro, he's
the sun is moving badly on us.
But anyway, yeah. Okay. I don't know if I should be in the sun or not.
Yeah, it's gonna move again in a second.
I don't have any makeup on, so I don't need a whole lot of bright sun. Donna Joe says hello. Hello, Donna Joe. Mama 7, yesterday was our twins' birthday. Happy birthday. Were they 13 or 14? We have 2 cakes in the house. Oh, because each twin gets their own cake. So Christopher's a twin also. And did you guys have 2 cakes?
We always had 2 cakes. My mom always made a red cake and a blue cake for us.
Did you get the red or the blue?
I had the blue cake.
Oh, all right.
David had the red cake.
What was the flavor of the cake on the inside?
They were just vanilla cakes. That's what we had. My mom had pictures of us from I think 2 or 3 with red cakes and blue cakes. So we had to reenact the picture every year,
That's fun. Yeah, I love cake. CTS Steva says avocado toast is so good. I agree. Sometimes when you get it out, it's like it could be cold, and I got it one time, it was cold, it was not good. But this time on the ship, it was good. Slowly vanishing.
Camera's up there.
Do you want me to read?
Yeah.
How does it feel to be not weighing yourself every day? Awful. I hate it. That's why I feel like I'm off the rails, because I don't know. And I use it as a guide. So I weigh myself every day, and if it's up, and that's kind of, it sounds crazy when I say that out loud, but that's what I do. So I don't weigh myself every day, obviously, when I'm traveling. And so I feel like, have I gained weight? Have I stayed the same? I don't know. My clothes feel pretty much the same. So maybe I'm okay, but I don't like it. I do know people who travel with their scale. Like they'll put their scale in their suitcase.
That's crazy.
I'm not there. I don't want to do that. But yeah, it feels weird. It feels weird.
It does. I mean, I don't feel, I don't know. I always feel like there's a very close correlation between what I gain or lose or not lose and what I eat. So We'll see. We'll see when we get back. But
Yeah.
I don't get too worried as long as I know what I'm eating.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I like to push those boundaries a little bit. Like I know I'm pushing it right now. I'm eating more than.
But you're
than I
not going to be
would at
surprised
home.
then, right?
No, I know. And
Okay.
my goal when we left, I said I don't want to gain more than 5 pounds. So I don't really know how I'm doing relative to that goal. There's probably a scale in the spa. I did do yoga. I think our first morning on the ship, I did a yoga class. So Crump 133 says, I have been watching your past videos. Thank you very much. We've got quite a few out there now that you can go back and watch.
Yeah.
Various topics and weigh-ins.
100 plus out there now. So.
Yeah.
So we're not talking a whole lot.
I'm starting 10 milligram the Nectarine Man.
Nectarine Man.
I'm starting 10 milligram tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good luck. 10 milligram was a great dose for me. I think I lost 7.5 and 10. I think were my best. I was on those the longest. I think those did the best for me. Right now I'm on 7.5.
You are on 7.5.
It's been so long.
And she'll do her first 7.5 Zepbound branded pin on Saturday.
Yeah, so we brought the shots with us. They're in we have a little refrigerator in our cabin, and we have a little case, a little travel case. We made a video on it if you haven't watched the video. Yeah, so, but yeah, so and I got a real. Usually I do compound shots, so I got one of Christopher's 7.5 Zepbound, so I'll be taking that.
I had some other ones
on Saturday.
Yeah,
but good luck, Nectarine Man. Elaine Hardy says, hi, I finally caught it live. I hope you're having fun. My favorite couple. Thank you. 55 pounds down on Mounjaro 10. Been on journey since April. Wow. All right. I guess April. May, June, July, August. What month is it? September.
Oh, confetti.
Yeah. All right. So great job. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it was just April, but I guess that was 5 months ago. So, but you're doing great.
The confetti seems abnormally fast today. I don't know if it looks really fast to you guys.
I mean, good job, Elaine. Yeah. Awesome. Zena says, I'm curious, on shot day, does anyone else experience their weight being up? Sometimes. I mean, for me, it really depends on what I've eaten the day before. So you guys may or may not know, the shot has a half-life of 5 days in your body. So you take the shot and 5 days later, you may feel a little bit hungrier than the day of the shot or the second day of the shot. So on that day 5, you might feel that hunger come back. And as a result, you might eat a little bit more. So you could be up before your next shot, I guess, if that were the case.
Yeah.
All Things GLP-1 says, good luck to Nectarine Man. Zena says, mine always seems to be a little up on shot day after trending downward leading up to shot day. So for me, my weight is always highest after the weekend. So usually on the weekend is where, we're not in our normal routine. Maybe we're eating out. Maybe, I don't usually exercise on the weekend. I don't go to the gym to work out. So that's my weight usually is highest on Sunday, Monday.
And that's, I've said before, this medication is so intriguing medically because every dose, it's different. Every shot, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Every week, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely believe that that's what's happening with you. And it can be a function of gut health. It can be a function of what you ate. It can be a function of, I don't know, the time of the month, where the moon is. I don't, there's so much going on with this medicine. It's hard to say. It's probably not the moon, but oh, look, the light came in really nice now.
I know. All things GLP-1. Thanks. Nectarine Man says, thanks. Jim Clark says, I'm going to purchase a travel scale. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Jen. You don't have to purchase a travel scale.
No.
I mean, you could, but you know what? I don't know. You can either go gung ho and stick to it on vacation and, I think do it and get it done, or you can maybe give yourself a little wiggle room because, it's vacation. You don't usually go on vacation all the time. So
Well, but it depends on why you're traveling and how long you're traveling. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time for us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a travel scale, honestly, but am I going to go buy one? No, probably not. If I were traveling for a long time for business, I might buy one. You know, because I'm not on vacation. I would be, I've gone to China for 14 days on business.
I traveled one time for 3 weeks, and I did. It was a long time. 2 weeks is a long time. I took my, Patricia Smith says, took my first 12.5 yesterday, down 47 pounds since November last year. No side effects. Yay. Good job, Patricia Smith. You must be getting close to your goal. No side effects.
Why would you? Does it?
Well, since November and down 47 pounds. I don't know. Are you close to your goal, Patricia? I just
hard to say.
Thought that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Nydia says, have you ever been on one of the river cruises?
Nope,
No,
but I like to.
My parents have been on one, and
that doesn't count. They went on an American one. They were on like a paddle boat cruise.
I thought they went on one of the Europe ones.
They did go on that too, but they didn't like the American one. They liked they were on.
They went on one, and they said it was too slow. But
that was the American one.
I think the Viking
like
River cruise,
the Viking one,
out of like Amsterdam, those look pretty cool. They stop at a lot of cool places. So with those, it's really all about the ports and where you go, and you just kind of float to the next one. It's kind of like, cruises are nice if you are, into the ports of call, because you just unpack once and then you go to a different place, and the next day you're in a different place, and then you don't have to pack and unpack and figure out how to get from point A to point B. So,
but yeah, pretty much any cruise line, any ship, any port, if I can find a great price on it, then and Europe is something we would definitely like to do.
Mm-hmm.
We have not, but it's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
The mouse is doing weird things today.
Oh, CTS Diva says she would never travel with a scale, but I'm one who doesn't weigh every day. It's a mental. Yeah, I mean, there's whole different schools of thought. You just have to find one that works for you. Do you like to weigh every day, once a week, less than once a week? I've heard, Weight Watchers always said, "Oh, just weigh once a week," but that was didn't ever really work for me. So, but only once a day. I only weigh once a day in the morning. I don't weigh, that's it. TJ says, do you try to ration plan alcohol or just go for it on vacation? So we were thinking we would just limit it to maybe one drink a day, or drink with dinner. That's kind of what we've been doing.
Not what I've been doing.
Well, he hasn't really been. You haven't really been. We had a beer on the way back from the excursion.
We did,
today.
And I didn't really. I drank half of it. I'm not a beer fan anyway, so
I'm not really either. It just seemed like the thing to do.
But it was hot, and we were on this.
Yeah, it just seemed like.
I had 2 drinks the first day, and I regretted it because I was getting those sulfury burps, and it really was not a pleasant thing. And the medicine said, you don't need to do that, and so I think I've had 1 drink since then.
Yeah,
I've never been a big drinker, though, so it doesn't.
Well, we didn't get the drink package, so it's when you're like seeing the price of the drinks every time you get one, you're like, that cocktail is just $18 with tax and the service charge. Is that really worth it? Not so much. So that does.
But I mean, we chose not to do the drink package because there's no way I could drink that much alcohol.
The first night at dinner, I said, "Oh, let's get a bottle of Prosecco."
You told this story the other day. Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Anyway, he didn't drink any of it. I drank a couple glasses of it at the end, and end of story. Sorry to rehash. Mama 7 says, many years ago, my adult son went to Egypt for the summer. That is cool. He packed a scale. It was a cause of concern for airport staff. It seems suspicious. I get that. I've always wanted to go to Egypt, see the pyramids, see Giza. Like, I've always had a very big interest in Egypt. And for a while, it just wasn't a place to go. I think now maybe people are traveling there again. But I would love to do that. As much as Anne says, Am Nelson, as much as you've done on excursions, you must have good energy. Pretty good. Did either of you experience fatigue on Tirzepatide? I'm trying to be patient as no appetite suppression after 2 weeks. Oh yeah. You're young grasshopper. You're just getting started. So yeah, I was extremely tired. I don't think I could have done this excursion today, the first month or second month of being on this,
very, very
because I would
tired.
just like have to lay down. Like I would just be so tired. I just want to sit in the chair and watch TV. Like I could not really do anything. I would go and work out, and then I would come home and just be like, oh, I gotta like just do nothing for a while. So yeah, I definitely. Did you have fatigue?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. I mean, I had fatigue. Somebody could go back and watch the videos a couple of weeks ago, right?
When you moved up or something.
I think so.
To 15.
When I moved to 15, it just.
Yeah.
We always take it on, usually on Fridays at lunch. We're going to do Saturday this week. And I took it on Friday at lunch, and I think by 1:30, 2 o'clock, I was asleep. So I just went to bed. I was like,
yeah, you did. Oh, I went to the grocery store or something. I came back and you were asleep.
Yep.
I was like, are you okay?
No, I was just, it wiped me out.
Yeah. So sometimes when I've gone up in dose, I get more affected, sometimes not, sometimes. And like Christopher said, it just seems kind of almost random. If you keep like a record of your shot dates and dosages, and you might see a pattern, because everybody's different, but you might see your particular.
So tell them where your tracker is while you're there.
Yeah, so we have a website called thedownsized.org, and if you go there, you can download my tracker for free. It's just a Google spreadsheet that I kind of made up that you can list side effects, the date of your shot, how much weight. It's kind of like a weight tracker.
But you could list all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's under resources. And then we also have a store with some Amazon links for Amazon affiliates. So if you click through our link, we make a small commission. And it's products that I've liked, that I've used on this journey. So stuff like Premier Protein Shakes, or Barbell Protein Bars, or like Quest Protein Bars. Our digital scale is on the site. There's a bunch of stuff, and because people ask us, what do you have to buy when you start this journey, and the short answer is really nothing. But if you want to know what kind of vitamins we like, Centrum, we don't do anything different or expensive. We just kind of have some basic stuff that we use every week.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. We're closing in on 4,000 subscribers, which would be awesome.
Cool.
To
Thanks,
get
guys.
to.
Please click like, and as Dave Knapp says, when you click like and subscribe, you help us reach more people who are looking for information on GLP-1.
Yep.
So when they search in the YouTube, maybe we'll pop up and we can accompany you and them on this journey. Jen Clark says, no, I want to purchase a travel scale because I'm traveling a lot for business, and I
would probably do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we travel usually for business 4 or 5 times a year. That's only for a few days, so I probably wouldn't for that.
I used to go to New York 1 week out of the month every month for my former job. So, and I would leave on Monday and I would come back on Friday. So that was like, and people, I was a clothing buyer, so vendors would want to take us out to eat and buy us drinks, and it was a lot of food all the time. And so if you that probably would have been a good idea for me to take a scale back then. But yeah. Linda Bookmiller says, I've done the Viking pair to Normandy River boat cruise. It was fabulous.
Sure, I would do that.
Yeah.
Really, there's not a cruise we wouldn't try.
Yeah. We like all cruises. Maria Diaz. Hi, Maria Diaz. Hi, Chris and Laraine. Great to see you both. Hello. Diane J says, there are usually scales at the cruise ship gyms. I was thinking that, but I don't go anywhere near a scale on the cruise. No need to, but a travel scale.
I don't cheat on my home scale either.
Right. So
I'm not doing that. I don't want to know what other scales say.
So I don't even like getting on the doctor scale because it's different than my scale. It's gonna be more. So yeah. I mean, I could go get on that gym scale. And I'm not gonna do that.
That's the thing, is people talk about accuracy of these scales and all of that all the time, and there's certainly scientific tests and all this stuff that can be done on. The reality is, for me, it doesn't matter how accurate it is. It matters that it measures me every day and it gives me data, and that data consistently goes in a pattern.
Mm-hmm. Water update. So I got 6 of these bottles. I bought them to be in our room when we got here, and I think we have 2 left. So that's good. So tomorrow is C day, and so I have this one. I have one for tomorrow, and then we get off the ship the next day. So good timing.
All things GLP-1. How's your channel going? All things GLP-1. I haven't. We've been on the cruise, so I haven't. I know you got a couple of videos there. If you haven't checked all things GLP-1 out after this, go check her out. She says, I used to weigh once a day when I was on traditional diets just to see how what I ate affected my weight. It allowed me to make adjustments to my diet.
Yeah, that's kind of been my.
You know, and we all the thing. All food affects us differently. So.
Crump 133 just took my 3rd 5 milligram shot this week. Tomorrow is my official weigh day, but I am about 13 pounds down since August 1st. Very good. I have a long road ahead. I'm looking to lose 150 pounds. I have been enjoying the videos. Okay, well, you know what? You are on your way. The medicine is working for you. So congratulations.
13 pounds, you get confetti.
You know
Jazz
what?
hands too.
Yeah. So that's you know what? It's you're in it. You're doing it. So good job. Just keep going. And it's 1 to 2 pounds a week on average. So you might lose a little bit faster than that. But and download my tracker. Like track your progress. Because sometimes, you know, when the scale might get hung up at times, you want to look back and see how far you've come and congratulate yourself on your progress. So it's just going to take time, and just keep going. The time's going to pass anyway. So good job.
LCE Map says, I enjoyed hearing Dave's story. So inspiring, and I hope one of the new meds helps him. I'm a slow responder, so knowing there's new meds coming is helpful.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus with people who are slow responders or maybe non-responders, because there are a small percentage of people that the GLP-1s just don't seem to work for at all. Becky Lynn says, caught you live. Thank you for sharing the red bag chicken from Aldi. I'm hooked. Yeah, so if you've watched our grocery haul,
a lot of people did, apparently. They like that.
Yeah, so we buy, it's called red bag chicken. It's just,
it doesn't say that on the bag.
It's in a red bag, and that's kind of what it's known as. It's in the frozen section. So, and it's a dupe of Chick-fil-A.
So, yeah, it's very similar.
So
I could say it's not, but
yeah, it's pretty similar.
They're grumpy teenagers.
And I think each chicken breast has 30 grams of protein.
Maybe a little more than that. Honestly, a lot.
So I mean, and we sometimes just eat one of those like for lunch.
Yep.
I mean, it might be good to put a salad with it, but sometimes we just eat one of those for lunch.
We throw it in our air fryer,
yeah,
and it like crisps up, and it's very good. It's easy, and
I'm glad you found it.
This is who you said.
But I'm trying to get into the normal BMI range for 5.7, so I have about 60 pounds to go. So would you say 47 is what you've lost? So you're
you're doing well.
So good job. Good job. Excellent. Excellent
job. Yeah,
job.
Mr. Clinton, repeatable reading is what I think too. Good luck, Trump.
Michael Clanton's one of our longtime watcher.
Yeah.
All things GLP-1 says slow and steady, Chris. I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah, no doubt. Say it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
Nobody sprinted to get fat, so you don't sprint to get skinny either.
Everybody wants fast weight loss. That's not really the point of this stuff. But you'll get there eventually. Hello, hope you're enjoying your vacation. Thanks, Joanna. Maria Diaz, I lost 40 pounds since March 2024. Great job, Maria Diaz. Congratulations. We throw confetti for you. Yay. Michael Clanton says, I saw a lady on
Semaglutide
pills did well, 7 pounds. Is Semaglutide pills, is that Rybelsus?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that Yeah. So it's under the brand name Rybelsus. Yeah, I mean, and so some people's insurance will cover that. Yeah. So, check with your insurance if you can't get Tirzepatide or Semaglutide injections covered. You might be able to do the Semaglutide pill called Rybelsus.
There's a lot of options. One of the ladies that we interviewed had done Rybelsus and done well with it, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to take what you can get.
Yeah.
Michael Dietz, hello, cruisers, wherever you are. We are actually in the ocean. We have been
Just left
in
Cozumel.
Cozumel all day.
We went around Cuba yesterday.
We did go around Cuba. We were in between Cuba and Jamaica, actually.
Way to Cuba. Yeah.
You kind of have to, I guess, hang a right coming south there.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about our Jamaica.
We can do that in our weekly weigh-in too.
All
so.
right. Stay tuned for our weekly weigh-in.
Yeah, we'll actually film a weekly weigh-in tomorrow. We won't actually give you a weight because we don't know what that is, but we'll tell you all the fun
How
stuff.
are we going to do a weigh-in? Not know the weight.
I don't know. It'd be like Karnak and put an envelope to my head.
I predict I have gained 2 pounds this week. No, I don't know.
Dave has an old skit where he does Karnak too. If you go back and look at some of his videos,
he does some funny stuff.
He does some funny stuff.
He cracks me up. All right. Michael Dietz says nice. And yeah, so what else, Christopher? What else?
We've been moving right ahead. Let's see. I've got a cooking video that'll come out tomorrow. All sort of cooking. It's a Ninja Creami recipe. Actually, we'll show you how to use a Ninja Creami if you don't have one. They're super cool. Like super high protein frozen desserts.
Yeah, it's not really ice cream, but frozen desserts.
Depends on how it could be ice cream, depending on what you put in it.
Yeah.
But, the ones we make are more protein focused, so they're not true ice creams.
It's kind of like you make a protein shake and freeze it, and then the Ninja Creami does magic and makes it into like a really super smooth kind of ice cream thing.
Like 30 to 60 grams per serving. It's a lot of protein.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the next cruise going? So the next cruise leaves.
Do you remember now?
Maybe I might remember. We get off this ship in the port of Miami on Saturday, and we will walk, ride, or bike or Uber or something down the port a little bit. We're not sure how far away it's in the same port to a MSC cruise ship at Seascapes, see something, and we will go to Puerto Rico. The Dominican Republic, Nassau, and their private island, which is called Ocean Cay.
Yeah. So I've been to Puerto Rico quite a few times. We've been on cruises like twice, I guess.
Yep.
I used to go to Puerto Rico for work. But I never went to where the cruise ships came in. I always just traveled around to some store. I worked for a clothing chain. As a clothing buyer for a while. I was just buying for our 30 Puerto Rico stores. So I'd travel around Puerto Rico with the regional manager and see all the Puerto Rico stores.
And where the cruise ships land, it's actually old Puerto Rico. So it's the old town there.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
Now it's extra bright in here.
Michael Dietz says, I'm on my 6th shot of 5 milligrams, 75 pounds down so far. 75?
Did I do that? Hold on, I don't remember. Michael, we'll give you some more.
That's awesome. So we had a new watcher who was wanting to lose 150 pounds. And so this might be a good time because Michael Dietz just reminded me, if you're on a dose, no, we're not doctors.
We are not doctors.
Ask your doctor about this. But we have seen around the internet that if a dose is working for you, if you're losing 1 to 2 pounds or more per week on that dose, stay on that dose. You don't have to necessarily titrate up and dose every 4 weeks, especially if you have 100 or 150 pounds to lose. It's probably going to take you a year. So you don't want to move up through the doses and get to 15 milligrams and then have nowhere to go. So if it's working, if your body's telling you, yeah, this is working, stay at it. And then when you stop losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, then maybe it's time to move up. So ask your doctor.
While you're at it, why don't you invite them to be on the Downsized Dish?
If you'd like to be on the Downsized Dish, it's our weekly series where we talk to people that are on a GLP-1 medication, and we talk about your journey, any, challenges that you may have had. So you can email me at ldurham@folio28.com. Christopher will put that on the screen, hopefully now. Yay! So that's my email address. So shoot me a message and let me know. And I think a couple people have sent me other emails and I haven't responded to you because I just haven't. I've seen them, but I haven't been able to respond because we're on vacation. But I
Well,
will
let's get them scheduled so we can
it's
record
not
some
for
more.
that. For other things, I think somebody sent me like some articles, or if you see something interesting that you want us to talk about, send that to us too. So we're always looking for GLP-1 stuff.
Oh, and somebody sent a note about Jillian Michaels. We haven't seen the. Apparently, she was out saying terrible things about GLP-1s again, which isn't a surprise. That's nothing new for her.
I've seen her around social media bashing GLP-1s, but she's going to be out of a business because she's always been like the fitness lady,
she was,
you have to work hard and diet and exercise, and
she was the queen bee of arguably the most toxic diet and weight loss
was she on
show.
The Biggest Loser?
She was,
yeah.
Yes.
So, and those people, they lost weight and they all gained it back. Like it was so sad.
Probably PTSD to boot after she treated them so bad. I used to
want to be on The Biggest Loser so bad. Like I would be like, oh, if I could just go on The Biggest Loser and just for, the 3 months or whatever, do nothing but like run on the treadmill all day and eat, whatever they had them eating. I don't even know.
Have Jillian Michaels yell at you and tell you you're stupid. It's terrible.
What's another person yelling at me, telling me it's stupid? Anyway,
who's doing that? Nobody's telling you.
No,
that.
I mean, as someone who wants to lose weight or weight loss person or whatever. Becky Lynn says, about the ingredients for your chicken lettuce wraps. Looking forward to them. Yay! Thanks. And they're Christopher's chicken lettuce wraps.
And that's a real flexible recipe. I mean, I try and put as many veg in them as I can. If I had had some sesame oil, I would have probably drizzled a little in that.
Do you want to give them a quick recap for those who haven't watched that video?
I mean, if you've ever been to P.F. Chang's or about half the Asian restaurants in the country, there's chicken lettuce wraps.
But describe it for them.
It's ground chicken sautéed with a lot of veggies and some Asian seasonings and soy sauce and such, and then wrapped in lettuce. It's delicious.
Easy, and it's really kind of easy. I'm like, oh, I could have made that.
That's the idea.
I don't like to chop things.
There's nothing hard about it.
I'm not a good.
The Ninja Creamy one's even easier. So it's not rocket science. Sometimes it's just, hey, look at this cool thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ninja Creamy, Michael says I have a creamy saw. Watch for that.
Yay! Yeah.
Like I say, Michael, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, I'm sure you know how to do it if you have one. There's a scale in the gym area, maybe if you want to trust it. Yeah, there probably is. I probably don't want to trust it. It might hurt my feelings. So if I go to the gym and I weigh myself at the scale at the gym and it's up, like what would it do to my mental? Would I just say, screw it, throw it all out the window?
Or you might just say that scale doesn't know. I don't know.
Or if I went and the scale says I was down, would I think, oh, I can eat more treats? Like sometimes the scale just kind of
my
psychs
head doesn't
you
work
out.
that way. I don't know.
Yeah, no, mine totally does.
Because you've spent 30 years trying to trick diets.
Oh, I've spent longer than that.
40 years.
Thank you very much. I am 55 years old, so I think I went on my first diet at age 10-ish, probably. Yeah. Crump 133 says, I'm making a creamy now for tomorrow with Fairlife Core Power vanilla protein drink and fresh strawberries. Sounds delicious. Yeah, the Fairlife shakes are really good. A lot of people really like them. I like them. I also like the Premier Protein ready to drink shakes. I put those in my coffee as coffee creamer. Helps me avoid.
So yeah, and honestly, I could do 100 Ninja Creamy recipes, but it's an expensive appliance, so only so many people are going to have those.
But really, the cheapest way I've found to get it, I got ours at Kohl's when they got like a 30% off coupon, and there was Kohl's Cash. So watch for those Kohl's sales.
Yeah, my daughter loves. She buys canned pineapple, takes it out, freezes it, and uses coconut.
A Dole Whip.
Makes a Dole Whip. Uses coconut milk. Makes a Dole Whip out of it.
Yeah.
Michael says he enjoyed the lettuce wrap video. Thank you, Michael. There's more coming, so we'll do. On Friday, there'll be that creamy one, and then I have another one recorded. It'll come out next Friday. Next Friday is omelets. I like an omelet for lunch, so it's an omelet and a salad. Just like that, nothing fancy, just showing people what we do. Maybe one day we'll do fancy. I don't know.
Probably. Maria Diaz says, my family is from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Yeah. So, Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish-speaking people on this
Well, it's
cruise.
a cruise out of Miami, so and they're from all over the place. Everybody I talk to is
Yeah.
from a different country. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we talked to some guys on our expedition today that were from Las Vegas.
Well, by way of Detroit.
By way of Detroit. I didn't want to ask a lot of questions there.
Oh, they were cool.
Yeah, no, they were very cool.
Yeah, yes, 75 pounds down, Michael. Good for you, man.
Awesome. Patruya.
Patruya?
Hey, that's from Puerto Rico. Ah, yay. So we were going to do an expedition where we went
Excursion.
Expedition. It's kind of the same thing.
Kind of the same thing.
Where we go to the jungle and trek through the jungle, but the ones that were offered, we weren't seeing had a lot of good reviews. So I think we're just going to go like into Puerto Rico and go shopping in the old town in the port tomorrow. Just do some walking, maybe have lunch out there, and just kind of hang out in Puerto Rico.
I mean, it's beautiful right there where you land, and there's
Puerto Rico present. Oh yeah.
So lots of Puerto Ricans there.
Yeah, we did a tour last time of the fort. Is it Fort Cristobal? Is that the name of it?
I don't feel like that's the name, but you might be right. I'm sure somebody can tell us.
There's a fort there, and you can tour it and see like where they kept the prisoners and stuff.
I mean, there's a Christopher Columbus Square right there. You walk up on. Somebody can tell us the name of that fort.
Maria Diaz says next year in April we're going to do a cruise to Puerto Rico. It will be my first time on a cruise there for our 34th anniversary. That would be nice. Very nice, Maria. Yeah, that'll be fun. Michael Dietz says, Mounjaro has helped me with control and implementing a better lifestyle that I've had a hard time doing before Mounjaro. Yeah, so, these GLP-1s, Tirzepatide is the ingredient in Mounjaro. It just kind of connects your brain to your gut. And so you get that full signal that maybe you haven't had before, which I certainly didn't ever really get before. So, it really connects things that were just missing in our bodies before. It's not your fault. Obesity is a disease.
Yep.
Crump133 says, I watched that about staying on your dose till you stop losing from y'all's videos. Yay. Thanks for all the helpful info. Well, I'm glad you found them useful. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, Crump133.
Yeah, please do.
Sue Blue, you want to read that one?
Sure. I want to be on The Biggest Loser too.
Right? I would be like, maybe I could lose weight if I was just on The Biggest Loser. You've probably never thought that a day in your life. Yeah, no.
Michael Clanton says balsamic drizzle is good on many things. So I think what's interesting, and you'll see probably when we get back, I'll film a few more cooking videos. One of our standard meals is salmon, and we'll buy fresh pieces of salmon and cook it in the air fryer.
Like 7 minutes.
With a little bit of, I've got a bunch of different seasoning things on it, but frequently we'll do a balsamic drizzle on it. And those drizzles you have to be careful because they do have quite a bit of calories, right? It's a reduced sugary thing, but when you're using a quarter teaspoon, I mean, it's a little, because it's very powerful stuff, but it tastes delicious. And anywhere you can add flavor, I'm all about.
Candy says, I've lost 68 pounds on Mounjaro 2.5 since January. Oh, that's awesome. You're a super responder, Candy. I have 7 more to go. I've lost about 2 pounds.
I'm not sure where that was. Maybe she finishes it. Let me turn off the confetti.
But 68 pounds since January is awesome.
She does. Here you go.
On 2.5. Oops, pounds to go, but has really slowed down. Yeah, well, I mean, and you're on 2.5. You probably don't want to move up if you just have a couple more pounds to go. But so to lose, what'd she say, 68 pounds on 2.5? That's the most I've personally heard of. So congratulations,
How much did Susie lost?
Susie had lost 50 pounds on 2.5. We did an interview with Susie. She's a blonde lady with big glasses. You can see her on the Downsized Dish interview. She just, her body just really took to it very well. She said she's always been very sensitive to medications. So she never moved up past the 2.5. Now, for a lot of people on 2.5, they don't really feel any effects. Maybe they have to get up to 5 before it really kind of kicks in. For us, I feel like I felt I had like good week 1, week 2, week 3. And when I say good, I think I lost 6 pounds the first week, and then maybe
She doesn't have her
2
magic
pounds.
sheet.
I didn't bring my sheet. But yeah, so awesome. Good job, Candy.
Let's see here. Marcy Ford.
Hi, Laraine. Could you explain how the Mag07 works for you and how you take it? How did you start, and how are you doing with it now as a maintenance dose? So, okay, so my main side effect is constipation. So I have to really like manage that. I actually should have brought some fiber gummies with me on the trip, and I didn't. But so far, I haven't had a problem. But in searching the internet, when I first started, I came across Mag07. So I bought some on Amazon, and I took it as like a remedy. So like you would take a laxative kind of thing. So if it had been I think the first time I took it, I hadn't pooped in like 3 or 4 days, which was kind of like danger zone. And it said you could take up to 3 on an empty stomach with a lot of water. I think I was afraid of it, and I just took 1 and nothing happened. And I think I worked up to 3, and at 3, that was the amount I needed to get some relief. So I really only take it when I have a problem. And then after I kind of got things moving again, I do 2 fiber gummies a day. They're sugar-free gummies. They're linked on the downsized.org if you want to check them out. But and that gives me 5 grams of fiber. So I really have to, that's why I'm so focused on water, on fiber, on vegetables, because all that helps keep it moving. How are you doing? And I didn't bring any with me on the trip. I think I'm actually out of it right now. I need to buy some more, but it's just really important. If you are constipated, you need to take action. You need to take something, whether it be Mag07 or Miralax, or talk to your doctor.
All that be said, be careful with magnesium. You can overdose on it.
Yeah.
And things like electrolytes may have very high amounts of magnesium as well. So be cognizant of the total amount of things that you're taking.
Yeah. So
there's a lady named Mindy who has another YouTube channel, and I won't remember the name of her channel. I apologize, Mindy, who actually went to the emergency room from magnesium overdose.
So the Mag07 has magnesium in it, and a lot of electrolyte drinks have magnesium in it, and my vitamins have magnesium in it. So you just have to be aware of how much is too much when you put all those things together. So just be aware of that.
Never had constipation so bad that I
never had constipation a day in his life.
I had that. I mean, that's my main thing, but it's not so bad that I need to take anything for it.
Maria Diaz says, yes, it's beautiful. San Juan for shopping and good restaurants and food and desserts. Yeah, that's where we're going to go and kick around. They've got some great shopping down there, so I'm hoping to.
There may be some fun go. Let's see here. Becky Lynn, how does compounded Tirzepatide differ from compounded Semaglutide? Well, Tirzepatide and Semaglutide are different medications. So Semaglutide is a GLP-1 that's Ozempic or Wegovy. Ozempic for diabetes, Wegovy for weight loss. Tirzepatide is a GLP-1 plus a GIP.
That's 2 medicines.
So it's 2 medicines. Mounjaro for diabetes, Zepbound for weight loss. The compounded versions should be identical or very, very similar for both medications. To the name brands. I have not personally taken Semaglutide, but I have taken compounded Tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. So both of the name brands, Mounjaro prior to Zepbound being released. And I have found no difference in the way they work, in side effects.
I mean, just anecdotally, I've heard of taking Semaglutide and then switching to Tirzepatide. I think they seem to have better results when they switch to Tirzepatide. Ask your doctor what's right for you. I think Tirzepatide has shown to work a little bit better in the original studies they did on it before it was released. But but different people react to differently. So I think Tirzepatide is better. I don't know if that might be right for you.
But the compounded versions, we have not found any difference
We
with,
think
with
the compounded
branded
is the
versions.
same as the branded. No, we have used compounded pharmacies, Hallandale Pharmacy, and now we have used Red Rocks Pharmacy, and that's just who our provider, Mochi Health, sends our scripts to. So we do use Mochi Health if you'd like to go online and get started with Mochi Health and get your compounded meds. Today, you can use my discount code for $40 off your first order. It's
in the description.
It's in the description. It's like QIY08 or something like that. Anyway, it's in the description. So yeah, Mochi.com.
David Harrison says, "Sell on friends. P.S. You guys are working too hard on vacay." You know, our policy. Well, but I have a very different thought on that. We travel as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And
So
because we own our own business, and that business we can operate anywhere there's internet, we're able to do that. So I'll work, especially on C days, usually a few hours each day on our main business, you know, the thing that pays our rent. And we'll do a little bit here because this is, you know, a passion project and something that we enjoy as well. But it's so we like to be able to. I mean, we'll be on ships for 2 weeks. I can't walk away from life for 2 weeks, especially when you own your own business.
And for our other business, we're planning a conference. We're putting on a conference in Phoenix in October. So we'll be gone to Phoenix for 4 days, I guess. So, you know, we and then in November, we're doing another event
in
Chicago around another trade show. So we're always kind of doing something. So we just kind of have to make everything work together. A little business, a little fun.
And if I can be on a ship and work, hey, it's still better than working from home.
We were on one ship, was it last year? And you were sitting in the coffee shop or some
Celebrity Apex.
You were
That's
like
a great ship.
on your computer, and some old guy came in, like yelled at you for like, "What are you doing? I'm working on vacation." Investor's like, "Oh, why don't you mind your own business?" So
well, I mean, I think last year we were on cruise ships quite a lot. So
yeah. Well, you know, we look for deals and we try to go where we can. So
but I mean, when we get back, we will be in town for a couple of days, and then we will take our camper, right?
Oh, I forgot about that.
So we have a travel trailer. We'll take our camper to Raleigh, where my youngest daughter goes to school, and it's to college.
Parents'
and
weekend.
it's parents' weekend up there. So on Thursday, we will leave and go camping just outside of Raleigh and go to the college football game with her and do parents' activities and all of that. So we just
we bought a
we may do this from the campground, actually.
We had probably a little baby camper that we had. I think we bought it in like 2016 when our girls were younger. And then in 2020, when everything shut down, we said, oh, we can still go camping, and let's get a bigger camper. And we're going to go camping in all the places. And I think we camped for about 2 years after that. And then the friends that we camped with all the time, everybody slowly started selling their campers because their kids got older and more involved with activities and jobs and stuff. And so now we still have our camper. So if you'd like to buy a camper.
I'm not trying to sell my camper. I like my camper. We might. You might follow us. I'd kind of like to pull it all the way to Key West from Charlotte.
There is
just kind of camp our way down the state.
There is no way I could be in the car pulling a camper for that.
Well, we wouldn't do it all in one day. We would drive to Savannah and stay. We would drive to, I don't know, Jackson, wherever.
I get very nervous in the
3
car
months.
now. I'd have to be medicated, I think, I just get
that's
very
true of any
nervous
given
in
Tuesday.
the car. I just get very nervous in the car. Here's our fun times. They give us this little paper that tells what all we're doing. So this is the one for tomorrow. So I was highlighting. I brought a highlighter. They tell you that's one of our travel tips. They also put this online on their app. But sometimes I like to have the paper. I just like to see it all. I don't want to flip around in an app. I just want to see it on the paper. Y'all know what I mean? Okay.
No. Michael Dietz, I lost 60 on 2.5. I'm really big, though. I have a long way to go.
Well, you're doing great, Michael. Congratulations. The medicine is working. Keep going. And Michael says, nice job, Candy. Mom of 7. I'm going to a wedding in October. I just found out that a relative who has always been skinny will be there. She doesn't know about my 60-pound loss, and I am not discussing GLP with her. She's so critical. You do whatever the heck you want. And she's going to say, oh, you're so skinny now. How'd you lose weight? What are you going to tell her? You're not going to tell her, are you? And that's fine. You don't have to tell her. You can just say, oh, I just diet and exercise. Or, it's hard because people want to know. Like, sometimes people want to know, is everything okay? If you dropped a big amount of weight, and people are nosy, and you can tell them it's,
Our Mom of 7, we can come with you to the wedding and stand behind you and be your muscle.
You can just say, after having those 7 kids, man, I finally just found something that works. And leave it at that.
Put the hurting on the mean girl.
Yeah, for sure. We went to a graduation party for my cousin's daughter, and I saw my cousin's uncle. So he's not my uncle, but like on her other side of the family. And he said something about, oh, you look great or whatever. I said, yeah, thanks. I've lost 50 pounds or whatever. He goes, this is the skinniest I've ever seen you. Something to that effect. And I've known this Theo Carey.
Oh, and he's really old.
Yeah, well, he's like my parents' age.
He's really old.
It's like my cousin's cousin. So my cousins have a cousin, Pete. And so whenever we would go and visit that side of the family, Pete would always be there. So he was like our cousin too. And
But he's not actually related to you at all.
No, he's no relation to me, but he's my, No.
Rose, hello, Rose says, hi, all. Just an FYI for anyone in Canada, the Mounjaro 10 milligram vials are now back in stock.
Ooh.
Been on shortage since December 23. Just picked up mine today. Good for you.
All right. So here's my question. Can we get Mounjaro from Canada in the U.S.?
I don't know what
that
I don't know what the law is there.
What's the law on that? Like, how does that work? Have people done that? I haven't really.
But if they've been in shortage since December 23, would it be that helpful?
And if it's so much cheaper in Canada, like, there's probably, isn't there some Canadian? How does that work?
There are Canadian online pharmacies, but I don't know that they'll ship those.
I don't know what I'm talking about. But I was talking to my dad about this whole, price situation. He goes, well, people just get it from other countries if, the price is cheaper in other countries. And I said, well, maybe because it has to be refrigerated, or kept cold, maybe that wouldn't work so well. He goes, well, they bring produce and they bring food that has to be refrigerated from other countries into this country. So I don't know.
Figure out. I don't know what the laws are there, though.
I don't know.
Marcy Fort.
I too am very sensitive on the fiber gummies, and I try to get 30 grams each day. That's a lot. But yes, I feel like I need to be on the preventative side. Prior to Zepbound, I was very regular, but now can get pretty dicey. Yeah, you just have to really pay attention to that, because the stories you hear of people having, extreme side effects are usually something constipation related. Something gets backed up or causes a problem. So you really just want to stay on top of that for sure.
So Marcy Fort says, you are so lucky, Christopher, you don't have to deal with it. So here's the thing, Marcy. This is, it's always fun to talk about bowel movements. So historically, the last 55 years of my life, I had an extremely active digestive system that could evacuate with explosive force a meal, whether it was fine dining or tacos from a truck, didn't really matter.
There are certain restaurants in town we cannot go to, because if he eats at them,
Chili's.
Well, I wasn't going to call them out by name.
Sorry, Chili's.
He's like,
it tastes good too.
It's something and we don't know what it is.
My kids know. They're like, Dad says if you eat at Chili's, you have to throw $20 in the
like
toilet.
Throwing $20
just skip the steps. So this has actually made me
normalize,
not explosive, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I do have some constipation. It's just not so bad that I haven't felt the need to take anything. It's just
constipation that takes them to a normal level instead of the.
I mean, I'll go 3 or 4 days. It doesn't make me feel bad or anything. So I'm like, hey.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good, Christopher. That's what I've heard about magnesium. It can be kind of risky. So I want to be super. Yeah, that's why I like Tirzepatide, and there's other constipation remedies. So My doctor recommended to me Miralax, but I couldn't get on that Miralax train. For some
Again, we're
reason.
not doctors, so
Yeah,
this
ask
is a
your
good
doctor.
conversation for your doctors.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily risky. Just be aware that some of the other products that come along with GLP-1s, electrolytes particularly, also have magnesium in them.
Yeah.
So you don't want to take more than you should.
Yeah. Michael Dietz says, I'm away from home on business. Just got to the hotel and opened YouTube. I was lucky enough to catch your live video while I'm taking a break. Yay! I need something to get my mind off work a bit. Well, let's talk about GLP-1s.
All right.
Our favorite subject.
Yeah, Mom of 7 says the wedding is in Northcott. So see, we will be happy.
Yes.
We can match you in outfits. We can come and we will stand behind you. Give them dirty looks.
She's got 7 kids, I think.
Yeah,
I think
but they're probably going to be nice. I don't have to be nice.
Christopher does not have to be nice.
Not to somebody I don't know who was mean to Mom of 7.
Right.
So we don't have to do that.
Lord. Just curious, can you feel the ocean waves on your room? No,
so it depends on it depends on the ship typically. So ships run from really old and small to gigantic and new. This one is, what did we just say? 2019, I think. It's about 100.
I think it holds 5,000 people.
Yeah, I think it's 120,000 square tons or metric tons or whatever the tonnage is.
Yeah, I've never gotten seasick or anything. I think one time we went, it seems like when we go on Christmas cruises, like in December, we're going to Mexico, the water is more choppy, but never had a problem with that. I think the boats are so big now. You just see a lot of people with that Dramamine patch or whatever.
I don't think it's Dramamine. I think it's something else.
Seasickness patches. A lot of people do it as a preventative, but we've never had a problem with that. Our kids haven't had a problem with that, so we're lucky in that respect.
Maria says, LOL, yes, mofongo, delicious. There's actually, and were I not taking this medication, there are actually mofongo and rum tours where you can go and learn to make mofongo and in restaurants. And actually, you can go to the.
We haven't
done the tour. We've had mofongo, yes. We have not done the tour.
I was just thinking of plantains we had in Jamaica.
And those weren't very good. But that was the execution on that.
Yeah.
So there's some. I would do a food tour if I weren't taking this medication. And
we have done food tours in the past.
Not of mofongo and rum.
No. One time we did
Puerto Rico.
One time in New York City we did a Chinese Chinatown food tour. You remember that? That was a long time ago.
Difficult Nerd says greetings from Melbourne. Hello, sir. How are you today? Or tomorrow, I guess.
Difficult Nerd is in Australia. So Difficult Nerd, today I learned that it is 4 hours by plane from Australia to New Zealand.
We met 2 ladies from New Zealand.
We met 2 ladies from New Zealand today on our ship.
CC says, what'd she say, Laraine?
I've lost 35 pounds as of this morning, and I'm finally down into the 140 zone. Yes, 140s, where I've not been since I was pregnant with my children, and that's been 35 years ago. Yeah, good job. Yeah, I got into the 140s, and I'm 55. I think the last time I was in the 140s, I was about 25 or 26. So most of my adult life, I've been around anywhere from 175 to 190 has generally been my weight zone. So I'm hoping to, you get that set point. People talk about a set point. I'm hoping that this resets my set point. I don't really know if that's a thing, but that's what I'm going with.
Marcy says, ha ha ha, too funny about your explosions. Something about age, I don't know. There's so many conversations around bowel movements that I never thought as a child people would talk about bowel movements so much, I don't think.
I mean, middle school boys love to talk about
but that's
bowel movements.
But now we have I think we've discussed, we've been on group cruises with friends, and we have a good friend. Her name is Jenny. Hello, Jenny, if you're watching it. Jenny is a stunningly beautiful woman who is very elegant and just very Jenny. And you'll sit down next to her dinner with her, and you think she's going to talk about, I don't know, the symphony or something. And her favorite topic of conversation is
Did
pooping.
You poop today?
Yeah.
And
she wouldn't be embarrassed for me saying that.
You're like, what? She's so inappropriate. I'm like, Jenny, come sit by me. Let's be inappropriate together. He's funny. Monique says, I take milk of magnesium for constipation. Excellent. I've never taken that. Nifa Nee says, hey, y'all, I'm down 3 pounds my first week on Tirzepatide. Awesome. That is confetti. Yay, good job. So, yeah, it's working. All right, so all y'all 76 people, have you clicked like and subscribe? Because I know you haven't. So I'm looking at you. Yeah, you out there. No, when you hit like and subscribe, it helps us reach more people looking for GLP-1 information. So you're actually helping us help other people. So thank you for that. I'm enjoying. Yeah, me too, Michael Dietz. I'm enjoying listening to this one say he has an active digestive system. You know, it's funny. We've been married 21 years. And so we were listening to a comedian last night in the comedy club. He did no, we can't talk about that.
It's a good story for our actual weigh-in. Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
If you tell all the stories, what are you going to talk about in the weigh-in?
I don't know. The stuff. I don't know.
The stuff.
All right.
You'll like this one.
Crump says, what has been the differences between each of your weight loss adventures since taking Zepbound? It seems like Laraine exercises more, correct, based on the videos I've seen so far. Christopher, do you exercise? He does not. He does no exercise. I cannot get him to come to the gym with me. I cannot get him to walk around the block with me.
But fun fact, in my 78-pound weight loss, I've lost 6 pounds of muscle.
Maddening, I tell you. We're in my 52-ish pound of weight loss. I've lost about 20 pounds of muscle. So it's been a little disheartening. But you know what? I do what I can. So I think if you do what you can. So walk if you can walk. If you can lift weights, that's kind of like the best thing to keep your muscle. But some aerobic exercise is good. For me, it's just good for mental health wise to burn off some, frustrations and stuff. So anyway, no. But yeah, I'm a big fan of exercise class. I love a cardio dance class. I love a yoga class. I love a bar burn class. Occasionally I'll do a boot camp class, but those are hard. You don't really have to do something so hard. But anyway, that's our.
And has that really changed since before you took the medicine? I've
always well, I say always.
But you don't really exercise more now.
I used to go at it much harder, like much harder. When I did the Teal Fitness, I used to work out with this place called Teal Fitness, and it was run by Mr. and Mrs. Teal. And Mr. Teal was a former Panthers football player, and Mrs. Teal was a former Army Air Corps jump out of planes and
paratrooper.
Yeah. So these people were not messing around, and it was like a small group format where you do kind of like stations. And I did some stuff there that I probably could not do now. And then when I did that for a couple of years, and then with COVID, and then after COVID, I'm like, I can't go back to that because I walked during COVID, but that was not the weightlifting, not the.
And
the
did any of that actually get you to your goal weight?
No. No. But yeah, I used to run.
The funny thing is our habits haven't actually changed. Laraine has always been an exerciser. She'll go 3 or 4 days a week. It changes based off what the seasonal exercise of the week is. Boxing,
I've done the
ballet,
kickboxing. I had
you name
pink
it.
boxing gloves. I did Pure Bar. I have all the Pure Bar socks. I did jazzercise back in the 90s and 2000s. I've done half marathons. I've done triathlons. You name an exercise, I've probably done it. But anyway, yeah, I do all the exercise. He doesn't.
I didn't really exercise before. I don't really exercise now.
Because really, it's all about the food. It's all about what you're eating.
Well, it's all about the medication.
Well, the medication helps you eat less food, and that's really the big secret here is it's the food. You want to maintain your muscle mass because then at the end of your weight loss journey, you don't want to be like a flabby, no muscle tone. If you have more muscle. Muscle burns more calories at rest than fat. So when you get to your goal weight, you'll be able to eat more calories and maintain your goal weight. And isn't that what we all want to do, is be able to eat more calories? Yes, that's what I want to do, is eat more calories. Jacqueline says, we sailed on Horizon February 2020. Didn't realize it was Super Bowl Sunday in Miami. Oh, wow. Made the cruise really fun. We love the Horizon. Hope you enjoyed Dunn River Falls. We did. We'll
So we
talk
actually,
about that later.
there'll be a video that comes out of some
Yeah.
of this stuff. But no, I mean, we went straight up a waterfall, basically. No problems, right?
No, and I really feel like we could have gone faster if we weren't with such a big group.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 12 people.
Gone a little faster. But it's beautiful, and it's the jungle, and you're like, this is kind of crazy. But yeah. Michael Dietz says, last time I was 140, I was a freshman in high school. I think when I was a freshman in high school, I weighed more than 140, that's for sure. Monique says, I will be starting 7.5.
She's kind of nervous.
I'm kind of nervous. Why nervous? Just to move up the dose?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get nervous. So the thing about the doses is, don't assume that your body is going to react differently, and don't assume that it's actually stronger. Your body has been adjusting as it goes. So that's what that 2.5 and the 5 dose, it's getting you used to it. I think actually if I went back and looked, 7.5 was probably the dose I lost the most on, but my side effects were not any different. So it's going to be different for everybody.
I mean, I would just say, make sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. Make sure you're doing something fiber-wise, whether it's from foods or from supplements, or, make sure it's processing through your body. But yeah, I mean, I think if you stay on top of those things, I mean, it might make you a little tired. It might make you a little nauseous.
Should be okay though.
You just have to, look for those things.
And you know what? If it doesn't work for you, you can always go back.
You can always go back down.
Yeah.
You can always go back down in dose if you feel like your body can't handle it.
And that's if you see anything from all these stories, is just that everybody reacts differently. There's people that do well on every dose that we've talked to them on. There's people who have been on 2.5 forever. There's people who have been on 15 forever. If Barb from Health at Any Cost is out there, she's been on 15 for a long time. It continues to do very well for her.
Barb, we did an interview with her on the Downsized Dish. She's lost 200 pounds twice. So I think on this journey now, she's down 225 pounds.
Yeah.
And I think she's almost to her goal weight. But it's just amazing what these drugs help people accomplish. So keep going, you'll get there.
Marcia says, following your compounding journey very closely as I'm thinking about moving from my self-pay Zepbound, no insurance, to a compounded Tirzepatide. So I've done all 3 of them. We brought the pens on the cruise with us because it was just a little easier. But you could have brought the compounds.
Yeah.
It's definitely a cost savings, no doubt about it. When I have purchased the Zepbound and the Mounjaro, we do not have insurance that will pay for it. So with coupons to date, it has been $550 a month.
$550 a month. And if you're just new to Zepbound and you're just starting and you
get a new coupon,
download the coupon now, it'll be $650. So with Mochi, they just lowered their prices. I think it's $225. I should know this off the top of my head, but the Mochi charges a $79 a month membership fee, and then all their doses are the same price. So I think it's $225 a month for the compounded Tirzepatide, but you can go to mochihealth.com and see. And if you use my code, you get $40 off your first order. So the thing with compounded is you have to use an insulin syringe, and you draw it out of the vial, and then you inject it. Which
it's not hard, but it does take a little getting used to.
The first time I couldn't do it. Christopher had to do my first couple shots, but now, 46 weeks later, I can do it. And I never thought, I was like, I don't know if I can do it, but you have help, or you do it the first couple times and you start seeing results, and you're like, yeah, I will. If this is gonna get me the results, like it's not so bad. Like you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So
Marcy says, I'm definitely subscribed and like every video, especially Christopher's new cooking videos. Well, thank you.
yeah, Christopher cooks. I eat. No, he's a very good cook. When we first met, I think on one of our very first dates, he went into my refrigerator and said, "Oh, I'll cook you dinner." And I said, "I don't have any food here." And 30 minutes later, we had a lovely chicken pasta
You never know what's in
dish
our
with
refrigerator.
peas
So
and a sauce. And I'm like, "How did you do that? And will you marry me?" So yeah, so he cooks. He's the cook. Nifa says, "Thank you so much." And I liked and I'm subscribed. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you liking and subscribing, everybody out there. Thank you. At Michael Diaz, I think my birth weight was 140. Yeah. When people talk, I saw a joke of people say, yeah, I'll never get to my original weight of 8 pounds, 7 ounces, or whatever their birth weight was. Yeah.
It's Darium says, "Hey there, Durham's glad to see you all as you cruise around the world." Hello, Darium. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Darium.
Michael says he's liked and subscribed and appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
Olga Rivera, I don't think we've seen you, Olga. Welcome. I had knee surgery 1 year ago, and now I need it on my other one. What type of exercise do you recommend if I do 5,000 steps? If I do 5 steps in a
if she
day,
gets 5,000 steps, it's an awesome day. Is that's a good day for her? 5,000 steps. Okay.
Olga, that's a good opportunity for us to say we are not doctors or physical therapists. So
yeah, so talk to your doctor, but I would think things that don't put pressure on your needs, like swimming or maybe some kind of exercise bike or something like that. Or maybe I do a ballet bar class, which is very low and there's no impact. It's really you're standing doing leg lifts or different arm exercises. So you might check out something like that. But definitely ask your doctor what is good for you. With the weigh-in, can you talk about the protein scavenger hunt on the ship? Was that from last time when I
no, he's just saying about finding protein.
Oh, in general.
The interesting thing is protein is probably the easiest thing to find on the ship. I mean, that and desserts. Vegetables are harder, but protein is harder.
So last night we had a elegant night. And so they had on the main dining room menu,
which is included in your cruise cost.
They had a lobster tail, they had prime rib, and they had some other things too. So
it's always a chicken. There's always a fish.
There's always a chicken. There's always a fish. There's usually a salmon. There's usually a vegetarian meal, and there's different things. But we got spinach salad, and you can order 2 appetizers or 2.
You can order as many appetizers as you want.
Many appetizers, but you can order 2 main things in the main dining room. 2 main courses. So we both got the lobster tail and the prime rib. And it was okay. Like it was a lot of like that prime rib comes and it's this huge slab of meat, so I couldn't eat.
But the lobster tail,
a little tiny lobster tail.
Those green beans, they were good.
Green beans, yeah. And at breakfast, the protein is usually just eggs, bacon, yogurt.
Those eggs. I mean, it's all the standard breakfast stuff.
They have like deli meats and cheeses and stuff, but I don't like those for breakfast. He makes a breakfast sandwich. So tell him about your breakfast sandwich you made.
We were going on this excursion today, and we were gone 8 hours. We actually, if we had not been on a cruise excursion, we would have missed the ship. They brought us directly to the ship. So I was like, well, I want to eat something in the morning because I don't usually eat breakfast, and I don't know where food's going to come. It was super active. So I had a bagel, and I got a ham and cheese omelet. And I found some. They have a whole selection of deli meats, so some ham and some cheese and a whole bunch of ham.
So you put it together. So he comes to the table with this assembled bagel, omelet, cheese, and ham sandwich. I'm like, where'd you get that? I'm like, did you make that? He's like, yeah, I made it. I was like, of course you did. And here's me with oatmeal because I didn't like the looks of their scrambled eggs. So I had what I had this morning. I had oatmeal. I had some bacon, Maybe I had a muffin.
Diane J says she's been enjoying Metamucil and is actually a tasty drink that I enjoy. Okay,
All right.
Diane.
Well, that's good to
I've never
know.
had Metamucil, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah, no, some people love it. Sue Blue, I've always exercised. I've done everything. Also, I can really relate to you, Laraine. Thank you. I still love exercise, but it never helped me to lose weight. Same. So I always thought that if I could exercise more, I would lose weight faster. And sometimes that would correlate and sometimes it didn't, because it's really all about the food. It's really all about the food. So, and for me, even when I was running and training for like a half marathon, I'd run 10 miles and then we'd go out and I'd eat a cheeseburger. So, and the saying is you can't outrun your fork. It's a lot easier to eat 300 calories than it is to burn 300 calories. So, yeah, I mean, it stinks, but that's the way it is.
Olga says, have you seen a difference on injection place? I'm getting insomnia if I do it in the back of my arm, but I get the most appetite control and no other side effects. But no, I haven't seen any difference whatsoever. A lot of people swear by it, and I always figure it doesn't cost you anything to try a different place, so you might as well try.
That's why I like keep a tracker and keep track of the level, your shot dosage in your location, so you can maybe see. I've only done stomach. I did thigh 2 weeks ago. Didn't really notice any difference.
Yeah, I think you're probably a thigh person now, though.
Yeah, I might, because I have more fat in my thighs.
So, I mean, that's the key is you want that shot to go where you have fat, not muscle, not skin.
Yeah, and if you're doing the back of your arm, nobody wants to see my armpit, but if you're doing the back of your arm, make sure you're putting it into fat and not into muscle. I haven't heard insomnia as a side effect.
No, I've seen that. Yeah.
Have you seen that? I don't know.
But yeah, there is one small Lilly study about the differences. I think it has, I won't say a number because Cloakster will tell me, or Clark Kent will both tell me I quoted the number wrong.
We have some viewers that fact check us.
Who are smarter than I am.
Thank you.
40 or 50 people in it. So it's a small study that shows some very small differences in shot locations. You don't ever hear Eli Lilly talk about it, though, so it wasn't a significant enough study that it's making a huge difference out there. Marcy says, I also liked your whole video the other day from Aldi. Again, though, I would suggest that you lay the food out before you start videoing. It would definitely love to see what you
purchase. Make it go faster, I guess. We're like, hey, let's just video what we just
I kind of like the chaos of it, honestly.
It was kind of chaotic. I'm like, yeah, probably so. We'll maybe do that next time. Well, when we get back, so we ate kind of down to like nothing in our refrigerator. So when we get home from this trip, we'll have to do a big shop. So maybe we'll do Publix or Harris Teeter or a different grocery store.
Maybe Trader Joe's.
Oh, Trader Joe's. It's such a journey to our house from Trader Joe's. It's like
11 miles.
It's like 25 minutes, and you got to get on the highway, and
it's really not bad.
That's the problem. Marcy Ford, it's a great way to get tips and new product ideas, especially at Aldi. Yeah, I love Aldi. I go to Aldi pretty much every week, and I have like a set number of things I buy, to the point I can even like do an Instacart order if I'm short on time or whatever, because I know the things that are there all the time. Rumors abound about Aldi coming to Vegas. I am hoping and waiting.
They're growing like crazy, so it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
V as in victory. Hello, we were on the Mardi Gras for 8 days. We sailed the Mardi Gras 2 Christmases ago. That's a nice ship.
That's nice.
We got home on Sunday. I weighed myself and had gained 6.6 pounds. I was shocked. Do you guys expect more gains over this 2-week period?
I was hoping to hold to like 5 pounds or under. 6.6 pounds. I mean, I'm sure V as in victory, you'll get right back on it and it'll drop right back off. So that's kind of what I've noticed as I've vacationed and been up a few and then gotten right back on it at home and flushed it all right back out. So, drink lots of water, get in some extra exercise, watch those portions, and hopefully you'll be back to flat in a week or so. Do I expect to gain? Yeah, I might. I don't know. I hope not.
I think what's interesting is when you're on cruise ships for this long, we've never done more than 7 days. So we'll see what the
Mhm.
second 7 days is
Mhm.
like. But I suspect you kind of get over a lot of
You
this
kind of
stuff.
get over. Yeah, you kind of get over
You're
it.
kinda like, eh.
I'm kind of over the breakfast buffet. I'm like, yeah, those are the same pastries I've seen every day now for 4
So
days.
we're
and
changing
I had one and they
ships.
weren't that good, so I'm not gonna try
Yeah,
all of them.
we're changing
So
ships and changing a lot of cruise lines to MSC. So it'll be different stuff. So we'll see.
yeah.
But again, because you're not feeling the need to get everything you can out of those first 7 days, right? You're not sprinting that longer span. It may be
Well,
different
I
for
mean, I
us
think it's just a different mindset, especially on Carnival, because we've been on Carnival cruises
a lot.
a lot. So we know what the guys' burgers taste like. We know what the burritos at the burrito place taste like.
Yep.
We know what their pizza is like. We know what the drinks at the Alchemy bar are that we like. So we've got a lot of favorites. We've got a lot of things we know are not favorites. So it's easier to hone in on things we like. I relate to Christopher. No exercise, no protein shakes or bars. And I'm bad about water.
I'm actually not bad about water. She thinks I am, but I drink a ton of
I
water.
don't see him drinking.
I don't
water.
carry around a gallon of water all the time.
He made fun of me for my giant water bottle.
She bought how many bottles of
6.
giant? So much water, it's ridiculous. And we
I
can
get
get water for free.
dehydrated. Well, yeah, I mean, yes, we can get water for free. But I like, because when I wake up, I want to have water. When I'm going to bed, I want to. I mean, yeah, we could go
And
down to
when you watch the Ninja Creamy recipe, there's actually protein powder in that. I'm not going to drink a protein. It's an ingredient.
Not as a standalone
Yeah.
shake. Crump 133 says, I'm having a bit of insomnia, but that can be from Zepbound or perimenopause. I am at that wonderful age. Yes. Okay. Well, that tells us. I used to have a person I worked with that his last name was Crump. So but you're not him. So that's good. Yeah. So perimenopause. Yeah. It sucks. Yeah. Sorry.
Oops.
Deb Zimmerman says, Laraine, are you traveling?
You are traveling
the world. I know. That's true, right?
Laraine always thinks anything where she has to get on the highway is too far.
Oh, like I hate to be in the car, like for any amount, like if it's over 5, I do not want to be in the car. Like we live in north of Charlotte, North Carolina. So to get into the city of Charlotte, it's about 15, 20 minutes in the car. I don't want to go downtown for dinner.
Yeah,
I want to
we
go
live at exit 23,
down the street.
Exit 7.
I don't. And yeah, that kind of sounds stupid, doesn't it? I'm traveling the world and I won't go 11 miles to the Trader Joe's. I'm a mystery. Or maybe I'm just a pain in the butt. Or maybe both. Are you eating 3 meals a day on the cruise? I am. He sometimes is and sometimes is
not. Really, no.
He's not been eating breakfast.
But I don't usually eat breakfast, so there's no surprise there.
Yeah, I've been trying to eat breakfast to get that protein in. Yeah, so I'm eating 3 meals a day. Yes.
Yep. It's Darium's with you on the water.
It's Durham. I'm with Laraine. I would need a lot of bottles of water handy. Yeah, the thought of being without makes me thirsty. Yeah, so I brought the big, and I'll show you also. I brought.
Careful.
Oh yeah. So I brought this metal water bottle because I can fill it up and it stays colder. And if we're going like to the beach or something, I take that. And then I also, this is why my luggage was over 50 pounds. And I also brought this Yeti so I can fill this up with ice and water and take it to the pool and it stays cold. Or in the morning, if I remember, I take this and fill it with coffee because the coffee cups are little and I, instead of constantly getting up to refill, I just have a big one. This morning I put, they had little chocolate milks and I did coffee and some chocolate milk to get some extra protein and a little.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't bring my Premier Proteins for my coffee.
There was a lady who had some with her, wasn't there?
There was a lady we sat next to when we sat down for breakfast. She had a Premier Protein shake with her at the breakfast table. And I said, they let you bring those on. And she said, yeah, if they're sealed, you can bring them on. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So you can bring those on, apparently.
Oh, let's see here. Crump133 says her name is Tina. Well, hello, Tina. Nice to meet
Hey,
you. Her
Tina.
screen name is part of my last name.
Gotcha.
Tina Crump. I assume it's not Tina Crump133.
Well,
that would be a
it's
funny
not.
monogram.
It's the worst. You know what? We should probably wrap this
We
up.
should
Christopher.
probably. Why don't we talk about Club Downsized too?
Let's clip down. Oh, so
Oh. Helpful.
Sorry, I'm a little delirious. So, Club Downsized, we started a membership
On YouTube.
or membership. My mind is a blank.
A
now.
YouTube membership.
Why don't you tell them?
Oh,
about
sure.
It,
So we started a YouTube
I'll drink some
membership.
water.
Basically, YouTube gives us the opportunity to kind of build some more stuff with you guys, and all of our content will continue to be free that we have always done. So no worries there. Nothing's getting gated. But we did want to be more interactive with and give opportunities. So it'll include everything from, you'll see a few people on here. I think there's about 10 members right now, so nothing huge right now. But you'll see they have little unique icons that says they're in Club Downsized. They can do specialty emojis.
We have a special Facebook group.
Yep.
Just for the members, and I'm the one who lets people in. So nobody can get in the group unless they're a paying member. And if you just hit that join button,
you can look at it, and it's not expensive. It starts at $2.99 and goes up. At the top level, it actually gives what's Laraine's favorite feature.
If you want to do some just one-on-one personalized coaching with Christopher or me, you can join that level of Club Downsized, our top level, and you will get 30 minutes a month of coaching with us. So,
and you don't have to join if you don't want to. It's all good, but please do like and subscribe. That's absolutely free. We're trying to move through this world and figure out how to do this stuff. Marcy Fort says, have a great rest of your time on your cruise. Thanks, you, Marcy Fort. And Maria Diaz says, yes, she gets insomnia sometimes. Pretty bad.
You know what I found is this Premier Protein hot chocolate that's called like Good Night or something.
I think I have it on the. It might be in the store.
It's in the store, and it's supposed to make you sleepy. Maybe it has.
I'm not sure what's in it that it does that.
But I think they promote it for drinking it at night. I don't know, Maria. Check it out. Maybe that might be something for you. And it has 10 grams of protein, and it's like a hot chocolate that you drink at night. If you need just something like before you go to bed, might help soothe or whatever. Or herbal tea. I've found I like at night. Soothing.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. All right. Well, that is us for this evening. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. If you haven't taken a few minutes and visited our website, thedownsized.org, you can get connected directly to Mochi from there. We have a curated product store that Laraine and I have picked the products. We're Amazon affiliates, so we get a small commission from that. And there's a resources page that gives Lorraine's tracker, as well as there's a protein calculator. There's links to Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. There's links to the FDA, so you can report shortages. I keep adding new stuff there, and we will be expanding as we can also join our mailing list, which we haven't sent anything out to yet, but at some point we will. And love to have you be a part of that. So anything? What am I missing here?
Oh no.
You don't know?
Oh no.
All things GLP-1 says, great chat. Thanks for building this community. Thank you, all things GLP-1.
Thanks everyone for watching us.
All right, that is us for this evening. I'm Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And we are The Downsized. Hope to see you next time.
Bye guys.
Bye-bye.